Good evening, John. I'm going to adjust the laptop here a little bit. Could do a better job if my um, workbench was full of so much stuff. I think I'm gonna get a different view here of the layout. I think we're gonna go with this view again that I had the last time I did the show, except for you get the glare off the light back there, but you do see the layout in a much different area. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I like this better. All right. Hello, Randall Edison, Wigwag. John, talked to you earlier. Hey, Ian, nice to see you. Kyle, nice to see you in here. Steve, nice to see you. Good evening, Floyd. Hi, Robert. Go over a few things once I get a few people in here. What else we got in here? Possum in here. Okay, Dwight Curley. Nice to see you. Oh, awesome Possum. There he is. Let me go check on the puppy and I'll be right back. She's crying. Raven. Facing out, Raven. Be a good girl. Be a good girl. Yeah, you just wait on the couch for once. It's okay, Raven. It's okay. All right. Yes, I've not had cicadas in this issue yet. So, or in this area, it hasn't been an issue yet. I know they are in other places. Let me go check on her again. Raven, you up there? What you doing? What's the matter? What's the matter, Raven? It's okay, girl. It's okay, puppy. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Yeah, she's up there. It's just because I'm not up there. She's crying. And the other dogs are not leaving her, not bothering her, playing with her. So I might get a few more people in here and then we'll start. I got a few projects. Hey, Anthony, nice to see you. I do not want to see this. There we go. Thank you. Hey, hot dog. Andy, nice to see you. Well, guys, I have done quite a few things. My workbench here is a flipping disaster. I still have my lumber yard to finish, and I'm still working on this. I just have to get the coupler kit for this. This is the one Robert put a decoder in. Plus, I have to get decals for the number boards. But this looks really nice. I painted the rails on this, of course. You guys can see. This is just needing the coupler kit, and I got to find that one, and some decals for the numbers. And this one's good to go. This thing runs really well. It ran really, really well once it got the decoder in it. I do have a couple other things I picked up. I have 2 of these, which are rare to find, and I picked up. I don't want to lose my decoder. I've been working on is I got 2 of these. One, I do not have the decoder. They're both the same number, so I'm going to have to fix the number. And this one, I've been trying to put the MU hoses on this one, which looks like I just lost the MU hoses out of here, but I can't get them on there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I've got 2 of these Kato SD40s. I painted the rails up, put the white on there. Still got to touch up this rail here a little bit. And put a little weathering on this. Good to go. You guys can see. Got 2 of these, both the same number. I got to do the same thing to the other one. This one is already got the decoder in it. They did not come with the with decoders, so I got TCS decoders. Just your basic TCS K1D4 is what I'm putting in there. Easy peasy to do these. These are so easy. This is just a slip in, slip out, and you're done. Super nice model. Got the number boards in, which is a treat within itself. Thank you, John. Yep. Good day, Sparky. I love your Conrail video. I got to get me some Jeep 7s. I really like those. I got a Jeep SD7, which is the closest I have, but a couple Jeep 7s would be sharp in Conrail. So I have 2 of these. I have to change the number on the other one, but this one is ready to roll. I just have to program it. I would really want to eventually find some coal cars, some Conrail coal or ComEd coals. Then I can do both railroads with the ComEd cars, the Athearn Gons, and the kits. Very expensive, very hard to find. But yep, it is Conrail. Yes, it is. Yes, starting with the good stuff. So I did, so you can see I did paint the rails here white. You see right here, just to give them that nice touch of detail. I really need to fix this one. I got a little shaky with the brush back here, but I need to touch it up a little bit. But the front looks super nice. Yeah, so really nice. I really want to get some Gons, haul some coal with these, bring it up on the main. I would like to get a black GP40, do it like the black with the CR on it, or fade the Penn Central out like you've seen some of them that back here it's faded out, and they just put CR across the front. But the best ones are always the blue ones, because that's the best looking ones. So yeah, my Conrail fleet is growing. Need to get ooh, that's even better. And the red bells, yeah, that's a nice touch to that. Yeah, Kyle, that's what they ran a lot through here, was the faded PC ones. And then eventually towards the late 80s, you saw these SD40s were doing a little bit more work on the NS they would do, and then when they got out of town, they would get back on the Conrail going to Champaign, because the line washed out too much between here and Peoria, so they had to come over on the NS with trackage rights eventually. But these are really super, super nice locomotives. I can't wait. So, like I said, I want to get some Gons and get like a coal train going. I think that would be nice for this. And of course, I do have a couple other projects. I got a ton of projects going here. I got my town. I got to kind of start planning out a little bit, so I can get over to the Conrail area, do some op videos. But I really need to get the other one going, which I don't have yet. Don't have the decoder in this one yet, and I got to change the number eventually. If I don't get the number changed right away, I will change it to one up. Like this one is 6324. I'll make this one like 6323 or 25, so I remember it. Maybe or one. Maybe I could scrape out the 4, make a 1. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll have to see how the Conrail ones looked, because I don't have any of the Conrail engines with a 1 on it. So maybe my switcher does. I think my switcher does. I'll have to take a look at that and see. But this is the other SD40. I've got to get it. Same thing, touched up. Got to put the decoder in it. And, yeah, it'll be ready to roll too. And just remember the numbers. And then I got another one of these. This is a GP10. This, once I find the right Atlas basically chassis to fit this on, get it decoder popped in, and I've got 2 of them actually. I've got 2 of these. We got to put some windows in. Number boards are in. Looks like lights. Yeah, we have to figure out some lights in these maybe. I don't know. I think maybe just drill some. This is a tiny drill to draw out the front lights maybe, but because they're not in here. Or a light kit. There may be a light kit for these. I know they offer kits too for different things, but this one I got to get going. This is going to be a orange and white. Hey Dave, nice to see you. This is going to be an orange and white one. This is going to be orange and white as well. This will haul some locals, some other freights. It'll be nice to have these once it's a project. So I'm adding to my workbench project. And then while we're talking about Conrail, Sparky will like this. Got this as well. I have to get the couplers for these. Are a little bit touchy to run. Always touchy to run these, but this is, I thought this was super nice. It came with 2 trailers. If I can get the trailers out. Came with 2 of these. The Conrail Mercury trailers. But this is the Conrail flat for the trailers, the 80-footer. I have to figure out the wheels on here. I may pop off one of my trailer trains that I'm not using, put it on this one to use in amongst my when I pull like a manifest freight with those SD40s. This might be plopped down in the middle of it somewhere. So, yes, piggyback, yes. Let me see here. Yep. So I actually have 2 trailers for this. And there we go. I think that looks really cool. I do have another Conrail, a really nice Conrail Microtrains trailer too. But these are actually nice looking trailers for a Concorde. Just got to take some shine off those wheels on the truck, on the actual trailer part. But yeah, this is a really cool kit. Thank you, Kyle. Yeah, I know. I would be fun to find a few more of these and have a long Conrail train of them, but my track, the way the curves are, doesn't really like this too much. But someday we might take care of that. I still toy with the idea. This layout is pretty much finished. If we ever move or I get to that point where I want to, everybody starts over again. I'm really flirting with the idea of going back to microengineering track, selling the Unitrack, because you can sell Unitrack all day long. used Unitrack. Goes for a good price, especially the number of turnouts I have. And I would go with microengineering or Pico and go back to soldering again, putting in the feeders, all that. I mean, it's a lot of work, but at the end of the day, I think it looks better. So. Hey, Trackside Mike. Nice to see you. Ken Amos. Nice to see you too. And then I did pick up a few things. Here, I got a box full of stuff. I showed you the GP 10s. This is a fire station for my town, 3D printed. I have to paint that, of course. I've got the parts to go with it, but I also have a fire truck here to go with it. And then I also have this another Conrail pickup too. I have another extra Conrail trailer too, another one. And then I also have a fire truck in here as well, right here. A cool little ladder truck for the fire department to use. So I've got a couple fire trucks. I do have an ambulance kit to put together as well. So that is that, and I also have this weird building. My Outland models, and I don't know. I think it's like a strip mall building or something. Eventually, I'm going to figure this out. I want to open it up and see what this is and get it put together. I think it's a 2-story building. I may put it in my new downtown. We'll have to see. I have to see exactly what that is. Plus, I have a design preservation building to put together. So, thanks, Steve. Yeah, it's going to be fun to get it painted. Kind of figure that out. How I want to do that station. I'm going to have to do some research and find out how to paint the fire station. Put it with my big municipal building in my new town. So we'll build a nice town like I have back here, and it'll be, it's going to be nice running trains through there. So. Yep. Yeah, the older American LaFrance one I've seen, that's a really nice truck, and I do have 3 bays, so I haven't ruled that out yet. I've been looking at some showcase miniatures. They have a few trucks and stuff that just look really cool, fit my time period that I would love to put on the layout. I just have to go and pick them up. I think Pfeiffer Hobby has a few on there right now for sale that are pretty cool. So I may have to hit Mike up and order a couple eventually. Yeah, it does mess a person up. That is for sure. I would agree with you on that. Floyd, I would definitely agree with that. So those are all my projects. Plus, I think I still have a few things to put on the layout detail-wise, but I keep working on. So, but we'll get it. We're getting there. Figure that out someday. Yeah, that is. Yep. Oh, the dog is causing trouble. Puppy's causing trouble. Hi, Steve. Hey, nice to see you. Just ran through all my stuff there that I got. I'm putting on the layout. So some new Conrail stuff and talking about getting some coal hoppers eventually, so I can run a nice coal train with it. I really would like to do that. So I think that'd just be cool with Conrail. If I could find Conrail ones, that'd be great. But I need about probably a good 15 or 20 of them to run a realistic looking coal train, which isn't hard to do. Or the ComEd cars. ComEd cars would fit both railroads. So I think that's what I really would like to do. But they're super expensive in Athens. Plus, they come with the crappy McHenry couplers, and you have to switch out all the couplers because I have the old ComEd cars with the duck on them that I just cannot keep coupled. So I would have to eventually, when I maybe go to Galesburg next month, usually buy a coupler kit with all the micro trains in it from Spring Creek every year. They usually have it at a good price. So I usually buy that. So I might be buying that. Maybe getting these hoppers out on here for especially for the ICG. $28. Oh my goodness. That was a long time ago for me. I just turned 50 last week, so yeah, easy. I've had a few easy mates. Man, um, a lot of people complain about the Accumates or whatever that Atlas uses. I never had any problems with those, but man, the McHenry and the Easy Mates, yeah, they're just not good. I take them on, put micro trains on all day long. Micro trains are solid, rock solid. Just don't have any problems with them. Doesn't feel like it some days, Steve, but hey, John, nice to see you. Yeah, I haven't really had much with the Accumates. A few here and there, but not very many. I've been lucky with them, but like I said, I still would take those off and put micro trains on there because they're just rock solid. I've never had any issue with those. Never. Yeah, I mean, if you tweak them. So, hey, John, thank you. Uh, they've been known to do that. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, it's like the height difference on the cars, or it's like it's not in the scale, Randall. So then it comes disconnected. I have that on some, like right where my bridge kind of comes up, and then it kind of goes back down. There's a certain couple cars they come disconnected every time if they're up on the engine. But yeah, I usually just get like in this one. This one's off the layout right now because of weight, but I usually just buy these like little kits like this, the micro engineering and just or the micro trains and just pop them right on. And I don't usually have any issue. They are plastic wheels, but once they're weathered, they look okay for me anyway, um, and seem to roll okay. So this is a Pillsbury car, which it just needs a little bit of weight in it, some BBs. Thank you, Dwight. Well, all right, John, that's cool. Yes, yeah, Randall, that's an issue that I've seen too. Yep. Yep. I get down on a couple of turnouts too that are a little bit off just because my floor is off a little bit down here. So the turnout kind of sits a little weird. So I get that too. And that it is a pain, especially when you're trying to do ops. And he did not mean to disconnect that car. And I'm not sure what Blueford Shops uses on their cars, but those have been very solid for me as well. Um, I just think the best couplers and N scale I've ever had are the micro trains, period. I mean, just really, really solid. Yeah, I have a couple spots where it does where they do that too. It just irritates you a little bit, but thank you, Wilmer. I just shown off my Conrail stuff, and Sparky is very happy to see that. Anytime we talk about Conrail. Thank you, John. Um, so yeah, I really need to get that other SD40 going and get the decoder in it, and like I said, so we can pull some good coal hoppers eventually. Hey, thank you, Kyle. I love to do a good long manifest freight. I think I have the good rolling stock mixture that would be on a Midwest Conrail train. Got plenty of their rolling stock. I don't have enough Norfolk and Western because I'm in the mid 80s or early like 82, 83 ish area. So I would still have Norfolk and Western. I just have one box car. I'd like to have a couple hoppers. I would like to have a couple more of the black box cars um, as well. I got Illinois Terminal, which you would see on their stuff. I've got Penn Central stuff. So you would see all that on a Conrail train here in the Midwest. So that I would need to kind of work on that maybe a little bit, but there's still some pieces of rolling stock I'd like to get, like the brown 50-foot plug Conrail boxcar with the yellow door. I've seen those before. I think those are just cool. I'd like to find that and get that. And I still would like a couple more Conrail hoppers. Just the longer 3-bay one brown hoppers and maybe a Penn Central one if I could find it. That would be nice. Just some variation to pop in a train to kind of give it the Conrail feel of the 80s. I have some New York Central stuff that's weathered up pretty good too, and you would still see New York Central stuff. I actually had a picture of the like turquoise car that said New York Central on it. It was pretty rusted, but they were still using one. Yep, it'd be right there, Kyle, in your time era. So, thank you, Floyd. Yep, you're right there in that time era. Man, they used to come through here all the time and run the GP9s, GP7s backwards. I was just thought that was something totally different. And I mean, they ran some old GP7s too. But always cool to see them. Them and Conrail, because we always saw a lot of the ICG all the time. So that was, yep, I got to get a couple more. There's one the N scale, but yeah, I'd like to get a couple more. So I think I got a Burlington box car as well. So yeah, I've got some. I'd like to get some more rail boxes. Those are big with ICG. Yeah, because I caught a lot of weird stuff in the '80s that's still around, like Chicago Great Western box car, 40-footer, because they were still around somewhat in the '80s. By the late '80s, they were gone. I mean, you didn't see 40-foot box cars, and most of them, all the old box cars were by then off the rails and sitting in fields or were scrapped. So yeah, they did have a. Yep, they used them though. Chessie would be good to run a Chessie and a Conrail train. If I picked up a Chessie loco, you could do that because they would share power too. So I think mine is the Microtrain 60-foot one too, Dave, which I really like. It's a really nice kit. Um, so I'm gonna have to look around. If I see one maybe at the show, I might pick it up. Which some we have a one good rail show coming up here next month. So um, sure what that is up there. But yep, just probably going to be picking up some structures for the new town. I've got to, at least I've got my idea how I'm going to do the town, and I just think I didn't need very much to do it. I think I need a couple more buildings, and I think we'll be good. And then I got to put in the streets, which I have the styrene for. I may need a little bit more styrene, but I definitely have highways and byways stuff for it. Can't wait to put in the crossing. It's going to look nice once everything's in. I still have to fix that track going through there first. My double crossover somewhere underneath has a short because when I go from one side to the other, it stops and then it takes off, it stops, takes off, and it's powered like it should be with the feeders at all ends. I don't know what's going on with it, so I'm just gonna. I think underneath, maybe one of the feeder connectors came loose or something like that. So before I ballast all that and weather it, I'll just look underneath and make sure that's what in fact it is. And then I also have all the lights over there and some lights I put in that I still have to wire up a lot of stuff underneath the layout, but I'm not really worried about that right now because I can still run trains and I like to put in the scenery first. And then lastly, do all those little things because they'll be in place. So then you just got to go underneath and do that. I don't know. It could be that could be the case, Sparky, because it is. I mean, it could be because yeah, you're talking one in the middle. So frog wise, what is that? 5 and one piece of track. Um, so yeah, 5 maybe, is that right, or is it 1, 2? Because there's 4 switches in there, and then you have the crossover, which is technically kind of a frog in there. So maybe that's what it needs. But yes, I definitely need that to work because that's part of the interchange between the Conrail and the ICG, and that's how the Conrail comes over to the other part of the layout. So yes, I would definitely like that to work a little bit better. Or it could be maybe it's dirty, but I don't think so. I cleaned it too, and it still has that same issue. So we'll see. I'll try to get in there, take a look, and see. A frog juicer might be the answer. And then, of course, I've been watching a lot of Charles Smiley lately. I just he just had a Conrail video on last week, I think. I still have to finish watching it. It's a 2-part series, but he only pushed the first hour or first like half hour of it, 45 minutes of it, which is really good. A lot of good rail fanning on there. You can kind of get an idea how they operated in the Northwest. Sorry, northeast, not northwest, northeast. Northwest will be Burlington. I never thought of that wigwag, but that's true. Yeah, bullfrog snot. Yep. I need some of that on this little bit of this incline back here. Just a little bit. That does actually make a difference. But really, this incline is way better than the last one. My goodness. I mean, I know everybody loved the waterfall and everything in there, but that incline could not. It was just unrealistic. It was like a 4.5% grade or some ungodly thing like that on a curve, which was I had did not put any thought into that when I made that. Right idea, and everything looked good, but they wound up not even really modeling that area anyway. When I had the great big mountain and stuff, so I had Santa Fe, but it just wasn't my railroad. I mean, when I looked around, I had Midwest railroads, so. But I'm not going to complain now because it's nice. It's a nice little incline over there now. It works perfect, and it's actually what they call an inverted curve that kind of goes like this. It just kind of just slightly elevated curve. Elevated curve is what I'm looking for. Just slightly elevated, coming around that bend and around the pumpkins and all that and the pigs, and it just looks really nice. There's a couple of camera angles I have not tried yet, but when I run these Conrail engines, if I'm going to try that and see how it looks, of it coming around that curve where you can really see that it's elevated. Now, that sounds cool, Anthony. uh, that's pretty good. Yep. But just all those little things we do as railroaders, we gotta give each other, we gotta joke with each other and have fun. And someday I will clean up down here. I've got to do some cleaning up, and then I definitely got to clean this workbench. It's a flipping mess. Um, Once I get some stuff figured out here, fixed, and um, really need to put some stuff away. um, I don't know, Dave. It's a good question. Yeah, I think so, Floyd. I think it is. Robert, your Conrail engine that you put the decoder in, that thing still goes strong. I run it every once in a while, make sure it's running. But yeah, it's going strong. I got to get a number for it and some couplers. But, um, my one GM&O GP35, though, I think that's my fault. Slipped on the grade, and I think it screwed something up inside the engine or like some gears or something. But the other two Conrail ones run great. But that one was running so good, and then it got up here on the incline and got stuck, and it spun, and then yeah, after that it didn't run quite right. So I was supposed to be working on it down at the depot where I have my other locomotive, which has been on there forever. I think eventually we're just going to get another SD40 and go down there and get that shell and just put it on a different one. Pop the decoder in it, just switch it out completely because that one has like a drive shaft that's out in it. And apparently it's on back order through Kato. For this is like the first run of the SD40 they did that was DCC friendly. So that's what I'm hoping. It's he's looking at it. That's what he was kind of leaning towards, Robert. But yeah, it just was stuck on the grade when I was letting it run by itself with another train. I came back, it was stuck on there, and I'm like, it's been running for a while. So, and it did not like that. So, fire lizards, not. Yep. But yeah, I hope it did not. I hope it didn't. Because that is still a nice little shell. I might have to find another GP35, take the decoder out, and do that same thing with it. But hopefully, and hopefully that's not the case. But we'll see. He's had it for a while. He's pretty busy and behind. But I really like to get my SD40 back. So, yep. So I can run that with my other orange and gray SD40 and run a big grainer or mixed freight or something. So, but looking forward to going to the next show here in a couple weeks and kind of seeing what we got. And not really, Robert. Just a little bitty thing in there. Not that old Kato uh, casing, you can't. That's for sure. This older Atlas, you can. Which you can see on that, but that's a little bit different than that Kato's. The whole thing is engines inside there. Um, but yeah, this one runs great. This one is really, really great. I just got to get it, get the shell fixed, and that's it. And away we go. I have another Conrail engine to add to the stock there. Well, guys, it's been a good show. I think at this point, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna go get us some supper or something. Check on the puppy, see how she's doing. She's been behaved very good the last couple days, so she's been getting better. That is true, Dave. Oh, cool, Anthony. Huh. Thanks, John. You too. That's cool. Thank you, Kyle. Yeah, that's kind of cool, Anthony. Yeah, I can just use those as lease units. But yeah, um, yeah, they're out there. They were out there and they leased them after they kind of went back to the IC and tried to rebuild stuff. So thank you, Dundas. Will do. So everybody take care. You have a good night. Hope to catch everybody later. Thank you, Dave. Yep, doing okay. It's getting better. Gets better every day. I've had some issues, but I haven't for a while, and I'm taking new medicine now that they're starting. And yeah, it's always good seeing Big Blues. So it's an infusion type I got to do to catch up, and then they're going to take me off one of my other medicines, and that's actually starting to kind of make a difference. And labs are looking really good. So, yep. So thank you. Yep. Thank you, Sparky. Good show, everybody, and hopefully here I get a video posted soon. I have footage. I just have not gone through and edited it to get it ready and do voiceover for it. because that's one of them. You can see I have a short in my crossover, and you can see it because the engine dies as it goes over it and then goes back across it, and it's fine. So so I got to do that because it starts down at the other end and it works its way around, and then it gets shifted up in the yard, taken over to this elevator. So it's one of those op videos, and there was some trains running in there as well. So hopefully I get that up and going for you guys here one day when I get a chance to edit that. So everybody, you guys have a good night. I'll catch you guys later. Everybody enjoy their railroads and other train related stuff. Yep. Thank you, Sparky. Good. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks to everybody for stopping in. So we'll catch you guys later.